I'm Chris Pelkey. I served with the United States Army. I went to Baghdad in 2006, 2008, and then I went to Afghanistan. And
just to be clear for everyone seeing this, I am a version of Chris Pelkey recreated through AI that uses my picture and my voice profile.
And tragically, Chris Pelkey was killed in a road rage incident in 2021, but for some reason, his family decided to reanimate him to speak at his killer's sentencing. There's a lot of reasons I'm worried about AI, but using it to puppet an image of your dead brother to forgive his killer in an effort to free him from prison is nothing short of a dystopian nightmare.
This here is a true representation of who I was, not how the courtroom portrayed me. So I would like to make my own impact statement to Gabriel Horcasitas, the man who shot me. It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do.
As in this 4-minute message, they tried to have him telling jokes.
I once played with one of those filters on your phone where you can make yourself look old. So this is the best I can ever give you to what I would have looked like if I got the chance to grow old. Scary, huh? Well, I'm gonna go fishing now.
Finishing it with footage of his life, then AI removing him out of the image. And apparently the judge approved of this message.
I love that AI. Thank you for that. And as angry as you are, and justifiably angry as the family is, I heard the forgiveness, and I know Mr. Horcasitas appreciated it, but so did I. As I said, I like to think I would do that. I don't know that I would.
And even though the judge didn't know if he'd do the same, the victim's sister stated she was not ready to forgive the killer, but felt her brother would have been more understanding. I hate everything about this situation, for a variety of reasons we'll get into. But first, looking at the road rage case in 2021, where they were stopped at a red light, the killer repeatedly honked at the victim, but when the victim approached his car waving and shouting, the killer put out 2 rounds, ending his life, getting charged with first-degree murder and several other serious felonies, but only being found guilty of manslaughter and endangerment, getting a 10-year prison sentence. Now, nobody is saying they know the victim more than his sister, but the killer's prison sentence should have nothing to do with if the victim might have forgiven him. It's about making society safer by sending away a guy that would kill someone over road rage, endangering several other people in the background. I don't see how a creepy puppet version of the victim should impact that, and why the judge would allow it to be played in the first place, as other attempts at using AI in court were quickly rejected.
I come here today a humble proceed before a panel of 5 distinguished justices.
Is this, hold on. Is that counsel for the case?
I generated that. That is not a real person.
Shut that off. You are not going to use this courtroom as a launch for your business, sir.
Now, I do understand we're about a decade away from AI attorneys and probably even AI doctors. My main issue is the whole concept of using AI to reanimate the dead, as that AI monstrosity was basically testifying as if they were the victim, when they're nothing but a fictitious representation of what someone else wants to be true. We saw this a couple years ago in Korea, where they used a digital version of a woman's dead daughter to interact with her in VR.
맨날 해. 아니 엄마 많이 보고 싶었어. 엄마도 너 보고 싶었어. 엄마 나연이 보고 싶었어. 생일 축하합니다.
And again, using emerging technology to reanimate the dead is a dangerous pathway to go down, as 2 years ago they're using it to provide closure to a grieving mother, then 2 days ago they're using it to shorten prison sentences for a killer. And although none of that stuff was even remotely believable, just think about the video we did about a year ago, that in the 90s, this was revolutionary technology, and just 2 years ago, AI was drawing images with bizarre Cthulhu-like fingers, to just last year, AI generating videos indistinguishable from reality. So if one judge sets the precedence of allowing AI testimonies, what happens in the next 5 years when the average idiot sitting on a jury doesn't even know some of the evidence presented is AI generated? And combine that with this new wave of victims that put virtue signaling empathy over safety. We saw it recently with the Carmelo Anthony case.
And you know what? I already forgive this person.
Already?
Already.
And even in hypothetical crimes.
If I get murdered by an undocumented immigrant, please tell my children I did not care that they were undocumented.
Right.
Now, I'll never understand why someone would put preserving the political narrative over preserving their own life, but this is the reality we live in. So even though using AI to testify after you've died seems somewhat benign, we need to draw the line as to what we allow AI to do before AI decides for us. Because even though you're smart enough to know it's not real, look at all those bot comments left within seconds of my videos dropping. At this speed and volume, it's a pretty expensive operation, and they wouldn't be doing it unless some people were actually falling for it. So if you're not AI and appreciate my concise commentary, hopefully I've earned your subscription, then go check out the video on why AI keeps attacking its handlers.